Public school lunch is on the table in Florida. At least one lawmaker there is looking to ditch artificial ingredients and highly processed foods. A newly proposed bill would ban some of your kids' favorite snacks that include 11 different artificial ingredients. Now, similar bills have faced pushback from the food industry before. This latest reiteration is still in its early stages, but it's all part of the renewed attention that the public and lawmakers have put on the mass-produced food that a lot of us eat. NewsNation's Elizabeth Pran is with me now. And Elizabeth, it's going to be a challenge getting these ingredients out of many things, but there's now at least this ranking tool that we can use to help us when we're shopping, right?
Yeah, and I did some digging, right? It's a plaid, essentially. It's a new ranking system by Grocery DB. It's a database of well over 50,000 foods, and that might sort of get your attention, right? We have 50,000 choices on any given day, and they looked at some of the foods in major retailers. So from Walmart to Whole Foods, really across the board. So it's not necessarily the fast food industry that we're looking at. It's what's in our grocery carts that's making us really essentially sick. So if you look at some of the biggest culprits, let's start with energy drinks. You have the sugar, the artificial flavors mixed with high doses of caffeine. This one is interesting, mass-produced bread, right? Because we eat bread for breakfast with toast or for lunch with a sandwich, right? But there's emulsifiers and preservatives. And then you have breakfast cereals. We've talked about this. There's synthetic nutrients and sugar. We have hot dogs with nitrates and sodium. But then if you have that, regular meat, right, then you have vegan meat. So that's also a culprit. You've got flavor enhancers and fillers and texture and stabilizers. And then, of course, if you open up your freezer, you want to read the ingredients in those nuggets, in the pizza, in your pantries, cookies, snacks, chips, and then, of course, soda, right? Anything in moderation like you and I talk about, Markie, but there's really so much attention on what we eat because 3/4 of the population is considered overweight or obese. There have been government studies that if you eat processed foods, you eat more. So what we're looking right now is the battle in the Sunshine State. As you mentioned, there are lawmakers who say, let's revamp what kids are offered. We've seen that in California. Other states are starting to pay attention. We really could see more and more headlines saying, wait a second, we need to take some of these items out of public schools.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.